everybody has Kamala wrong. He was saying that she is 5D chess.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
She's like a
5D?
She's
not
like
even 4D? 5D?
Grand wizard.
Not only up, down, left, right, but through space and time? 5D? Are you telling me that Kamala Harris can penetrate space and time?
Do you think if she were to be elected, that she would really go like comrade? Like, Matt, you were part of this. You said some crazy stuff. We're going to take you out. If you remove the human from it and you just extract the language and you write it down, it's like horrible what she's saying. She's saying, I'm going to come get you if you don't say the right thing.
But that's why she cackles. So that you notice the cackle and you overlook the words. I think the cackle is intentional, actually.
You think so?
Yeah. And they can do it legally, meaning if Kamala wins, they will take all that information. Like, oh yeah, you were pushing misinformation. You guys were talking and knowingly pushed this idea when you knew it was fake. They're going to be looking for all that proof. And if Kamala wins, a lot of conservatives are going to jail.
There's money sloshing around everywhere.
The food companies pay for these studies that say this is okay. For example,
that makes sense.
Tufts just released a study. And in the study, they said that Cocoa Puffs and Fruit Loops are healthier for you than ground beef. Seriously, this is a real study.
No.
We did an interview with Calley Means, who I've quickly become a very big fan of. Basically, he's fighting with the FDA and the USDA because they are weaponizing the FDA and USDA to poison, that's the word he uses, poison the population. The largest two food processing companies in the country actually used to be cigarette manufacturers.
I'm sure Calley has followed the money.
Yes.
I'm sure he's followed the money.
He said that he was giving these talks and giving the speeches, and he would get calls from people in Davos.
Davos. Sounds familiar.
If you keep on talking about this. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. Welcome to the Matt Kim Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Kim, joined by my co-host, Mr. Peter Seddington. Yeah. Peter is so mad about last week because he totally got outed as gay, and
I got DMs. People were calling me bad names.
I totally thought we're okay with this. We're in 2024. We accept you for who you are. It's fine. Not a big deal. Don't be upset about it. Actually, the fact that you're upset about it makes you homophobic.
You can't win on either side of this equation, bro.
You're not allowed to be upset about it. If you're upset about what's wrong with that? What's wrong with people thinking you're gay?
Nothing. Nothing is wrong with the way that you choose your lifestyle. I just don't need you to be telling me all about it.
2024, apparently, are we allowed to do gay jokes again? Is that kind of coming back, by the way?
Oh, it's totally coming back.
Right?
Totally coming. I've seen the faggot word being used more times on X and YouTube and Rumble. Like, I'm kind of loving the middle school talk coming back.
3 years ago, for the last 3 years, you couldn't make fat jokes, you couldn't make gay jokes.
Yep.
But there's a shift.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
It's because
fat shaming is a thing again.
Yeah, it's because things have gone so far left that like it's pulling everything over to the left. So the things that you couldn't make fun of now you can make fun of.
I think it's because all the fat influencers died.
Oh,
Is that a thing?
it is a thing.
Is that a thing?
You haven't seen the supercuts? Oh my gosh! So there is. I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. There are supercuts out there of all these fat influencers who are like, "Yay, fat is cool," and then the girl cuts in, right? The girl cuts in. She's like, "Yeah, he's dead." And then another fat chick's like, "Oh yeah, you can't fat shame me. I'm the best." Da, da, da. And then it cuts in, and she's like, "Yeah, she just died." And then it's another dude. It's one of those things where you kind of bite your lip because you're like, should I laugh at this? But at the same time, they're not wrong. They all were kind of promoting this unhealthy lifestyle, and now they are all under the dirt.
Well, good segue to do a quick recap of what we've had over the last couple of weeks. I want to start there real quick.
Sure.
So we had an interview with Congressman Andrew Clyde. Definitely go check that out. That is our congressman here where we are. Actually, mine, maybe not yours.
Not mine.
But still, within this area, fascinating. I really liked him. I hate congressmen. I actually liked him.
He was really intelligent, really sophisticated. And if you're looking for kind of a treatise on why the Second Amendment is important, definitely watch that video. He goes into great depth.
And I think the Georgia Winder shooting may be in his district.
Ooh.
And maybe on the border.
Probably on the border because that's more west from where you are.
Yeah, but definitely worth looking into.
That's Barrow County.
Barrow County, okay.
I don't know if that counts because he's from the north of Gwinnett into Hall County, all the way up 985 into
Like close to Helen?
all the way into
All the way up?
the border.
Oh, so he's past Helen then.
So and I think it goes as deep as maybe Commerce.
Then it might have been in his district.
And
then.
maybe, or it's like right on the border of it, on the other side of it.
Yeah, we're talking about North Georgia here, guys.
Yes,
Nothing
Georgia.
crazy.
And we also had an interesting conversation with Attorney General Andrew Bailey, which I thought was pretty good. Definitely worth checking that out. We did that one with Alexis. So definitely check that one out. We also had one. Oh, and I just came back from Washington, D.C.
Yep. We enjoyed those video clips that you had on Instagram about the Rumble studio up there. Seemed like they have all their shit together.
Yeah, that was really cool. I said, I'm looking for a studio in D.C. to do a recording. And Rumble reached out, and they're like, oh, can I? Damn. I don't know. Because of the way YouTube is, they don't like you saying the word Rumble. Did you know that?
You mean grumble?
Grumble. We were grumbled.
Yeah.
And actually, it's funny because in the beginning of the interview, because there's a big sign that says Rumble and where we're recording, I was like, oh, by the way, I want to thank these guys, but I can't say the name. So like, hey, like, thanks for letting me use your studio, guys.
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. But got to do a recording at their studio, which is in DC, which is amazing. They have like a green room and a waiting area, and their 1775 coffee, quick plug for them for free. And they had a snack bar and studio set up, and Dylan, who works there, came in and did the production for us. Amazing. Thank you. And we did an interview with Calley Means, who I've quickly become a very big fan of.
Tell the audience more about her. Who's she all about? What's she all about? He, sorry.
Yeah, Calley Means. I first found him when he did an interview with Tucker Carlson, him and his sister, Casey Means. And basically what they're doing, what he's working on is, he's fighting with the FDA and the USDA because they are weaponizing the FDA and USDA to poison, that's the word he uses, poison the population.
Oh, yeah.
And the premise that he has is that actually the largest two food processing companies in the country actually used to be cigarette manufacturers.
That makes sense.
And they've used all the psychological tools that they learned over the years, and they are doing it actively to get you addicted. And then they're working with the pharmaceutical companies to spend your life treating the diseases that they created.
Oh, so what it sounds like, Matt, is there seems to be collusion between the food industry and the health industry.
Yes.
Now, what bleed over? What alignment would the food industry have with the health industry, Matt?
Get you sick, create situations where you're sick for life, and then never cure you, treat you for the rest of your life afterwards.
Oh, because a cured
It's a great business, by the way.
Well, yeah, because
phenomenal.
You can't have cured patients because a cured patient is business lost. Can't have that. So, would you say that Casey?
Calley.
What is my brain?
Casey is the sister. Calley.
Okay, Calley. So would you say that Calley would be a crusader for healthy living and healthy food? Is that what he's kind of being a crusader for?
He is a crusader that the pharmaceutical companies, that the medical community, that they just need to tell the truth. Meaning they need to tell America that these foods, these super processed foods, these added sugars, these seed oils, these are actually creating most of the chronic diseases that you have. And they need to tell the truth and let the government, let the people adjust according to what the actual truth is. Because they're lying to you and therefore top down. Even we talked about this
But that would not be economically efficient for them to do so. That's like the cigarette companies coming, back
which they eventually did.
Which they eventually did.
The Surgeon General came out and said, look, this actually creates cancer. And that changed the amount of people that smoke ever since.
It has, for the better.
How come the Surgeon General isn't coming out and saying, hey, these processed foods and these added sugars and all the seed oils, they're killing you?
I'm sure Calley has followed the money.
Yes.
I'm sure he's followed the money.
He said that he was giving these talks and giving the speeches, and he would get calls from people in Davos.
Davos. Sounds familiar.
If you keep on talking about this, then we're going to talk to Stanford, where you have a community and where you were went to school, and we're going to let them know that they shouldn't play with you any longer. He gets these calls.
Really?
Yeah. So definitely go check out that one because it is so eye-opening. And even me, I'm checking. Oh, damn it. Is there anything in here I shouldn't be
Probably.
reading?
Yeah. It's probably got yellow 5 and all that terrible shit in there.
Yeah, there's a huge list of stuff, but he said the 3 main things that because it's hard.
Seed oils.
Seed oils, added sugars, and
Sugar is the devil.
and processed, enriched flour,
Yep.
processed, all super processed foods.
Yep. Starch. Cornstarch.
Yes. Get that stuff out of your diet. Watch this episode. It should be up in the next couple of days, and it is wow.
I think those types of things are always worth watching because you don't know, and this is fine. I mean, we all go through periods of just abject ignorance, is so many people don't know that they are filling their bodies with absolute garbage.
Yeah.
And so I commend Calley. I commend him, though I, at the same time, live in reality, and my reality begs the question, which is before he does any of these talks, does he start off with "I love my life. I'm not going to let's just say delete myself from the game."
He is consulting for. He was consulting for RFK. Now he's consulting for President Trump.
Oh, really?
Yes, to get
he's
rid
on
of
President
this child
Trump's-
epidemic.
Wow.
He was in Washington D.C. because he was meeting with all these congressmen, bipartisan.
Wow.
In order to get people to remove a lot of this stuff within our diets. Because this is a big issue. I mean, it targets not only you and your family, but your children.
100%. So we definitely need to watch the video, and I'm totally going to tune in for that, as I always do. But I'm curious, what is his thoughts around the fact that there are so many foods that are allowed in America, but yet when we go to Asia or Europe, they're banned? What is it? What is his thoughts around why there's such a discrepancy there? Because that's always confused me.
So the food companies pay for these studies that say this is okay. For example,
that makes sense.
Tufts just released a study, and in the study they said that Cocoa Puffs and Fruit Loops are healthier for you than ground beef. Seriously, this is a real study. This is a real study.
That's like those advertisements from the 40s when they're like 9 out of 10 doctors smoke Camels. Remember, you've seen shit like that.
Basically, what they're saying, and they use brand names, which is even crazier.
That's crazy.
It's an actual tough study, which is considered one of the top researchers in this topic.
That's right. So how the meme goes is 9 out of 10 doctors who've been paid off by Pfizer recommend Pfizer.
Yes.
Is what you're saying, right?
And basically what it is
Cocoa
the schools and Department of Education and everyone takes this study that's done by one of the most reputable programs, and they say, look, actually cereals are better for you because all the added nutrients that we put into it, actually we prefer you to eat these processed cereals over ground beef.
That's right.
It's the food pyramid scheme.
It is all over again.
That's true. I remember when that was debunked.
Yes.
People, I still think people actually believe in that thing.
The original food pyramid, that study was done by Harvard, and the food processing companies, the cereal companies paid them like $20,000 for that study.
So you like to fact check me on stuff, and that's cool. I swear I listen to this, and it's true that Kellogg's cornflakes back in the day was created to reduce masturbation. Can you please look this up?
Well, you're definitely have to look
Can you
this
please
one
look
up.
this up?
I think Peter's mentioned this before.
And can you please do this in incognito or private mode, please? I don't need you Googling Kellogg masturbation on my computer.
Kellogg's
because
Frosted
you never
Flakes.
know what's going to come up. I definitely don't put in
I feel like
Frosted
I'm
Flakes with that.
99.9% sure that Kellogg's Frosted Flakes was a psyop by the Kellogg's company to increase people eating Kellogg's cornflakes for breakfast. And the reason is because he was a devout but maybe overly charismatic Christian who believed that eating cornflakes in the morning would reduce lust or something like this. I swear I'm not making it up. The fact that I know all of these details is actually outstanding.
Maybe a question for ChatGPT, by the way. I've been using a lot of ChatGPT.
Oh, it's one button press away, dude. I use it every single day. It's the best.
The new version is phenomenal. They're so good.
Agreed. Agreed.
And everyone's like, oh, it's so liberal. It's so liberal. Actually, it's not.
Don't ask it political questions.
And it's not that bad.
Ask it normal day questions.
Yes.
Like, where do I get this? Or how do I do this? Then it's absolutely effective. Absolutely.
I trained it to, I fed it a bunch of my writing, like 15, 20 articles that I've written. And I trained it on my writing style.
Okay. I'm going to go farther, though. You need to, if you have a ChatGPT account, go to options, go to custom instructions, Matt.
Well, yeah. So I had to train and learn my writing style, and I saved it as a writing style. So anytime I do a summary or whatever it is, and I look something up, I say, okay, give me this back in my writing style.
Good. I'm glad you trained
Yes.
it, but I'm going to ask you to go further. Go into ChatGPT, go to custom instructions. In custom instructions, I can show you my custom instructions ChatGPT. I literally give them everything about me. I mean, Google has all your information anyway, so it's like people are like, "Oh, private, who gives a shit?" I tell them, I'm a podcaster. I'm a content creator. I have master's degrees. This is what I love doing. I love bullet points. Like when you go to custom instructions and you start filling all that out, every single response, I know that you trained it on it, but it gets better. The custom instructions ensures that the system will always communicate your style. This has absolutely optimized my workflow. Whenever I ask ChatGPT a question, it filters through my custom instructions, so it always outputs in bullet points plus summary plus learning objectives. Right? I don't ever have to prompt it for it. So look up custom instructions. It's ridiculously powerful for anybody out there. I'm doing you a solid. If you're connected to ChatGPT, you have an account, go to options, go to custom instructions, give them everything about you and what you like and what you how you communicate. I promise you the custom instructions will ensure that the responses back from the AI systems are going to be even more exceptional and better for your consumption. So I'm just giving you pro tips here.
So if I type in, who am I, to ChatGPT?
You don't give them any content, you just say, who am I?
Yeah, because it learns.
Oh,
it's been learning.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I just typed it in right now.
What does it say?
Based on everything you've shared, you are someone deeply rooted in a mission to expose corruption, foster thought-provoking conversations, and engage in meaningful discussions about faith, family, and freedom. You're committed to amplifying truth, especially in conservative circles, and use platforms like your podcast to spotlight important societal and political issues. Your faith is a cornerstone of your mission, guided by Bible verses that emphasize action and exposure of wrongdoing. You are driven by a sense of duty to hold powerful individuals accountable, while also building a network of like-minded creators who share your values. God first, family first, America first. You are strategic in your approach, always seeking wisdom and discernment, especially when navigating complex relationships with influential figures. At your core, you strive to stand for truth, inspire others to think critically, and bring about positive change in the world.
I love it. And I did a search for you. And so on my ChatGPT,
Wait, you searched me?
Yeah. I said, who is Matt Kim? There's a lot of Matt Kims out there. So the
Yeah.
fact that you're training this is actually good.
Huh.
So this is what it came back with. Matt Kim is the host of the Matt Kim Podcast, which features candid conversations on a variety of topics, often touching on personal growth, current events, and societal issues. He invites a diverse array of guests, including industry experts, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders, to explore unique perspectives in an open and unfiltered manner. The podcast is known for its honest, sometimes provocative discussions, and is popular among those who enjoy deep dives into the contemporary and cultural topics. Pretty solid. Pretty solid
Interesting.
synopsis.
Thank you, ChatGPT. It's interesting that if you start teaching it and you start talking to it, because I've been talking to it a lot. Like sometimes when I'm driving to work, I'll just turn it on and I'll just have conversations, which is weird.
So Dr. Kellogg was definitely anti-sex.
Okay.
He actually never had sex or masturbated before, supposedly. He adopted 8 children and fostered like 34 more. Him and his wife kept separate bedrooms. And the original recipe for cereal was supposedly to lessen masturbation. And his brother wanted to add sugar to it, but he wouldn't allow it. So that happened later because his brother was the businessman.
I'm a deep well of useless knowledge.
And yeah, it's pretty disturbing. It says, and even while cereals and yogurt enemas might have kept most people morally in line, Kellogg also supported more extreme measures. It goes on. It's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't go into that part because I'm trying to be somewhat safe for work. But yes, he was He was a
Wait, which Kellogg is
somewhat
this?
of an extremist.
Is it the founder of Kellogg's?
Yeah, Kellogg Brands. Yeah, that's the dude. Dude, almost every major corporation, and I'm not. I don't think I'm being facetious here. Major corporation was started by a crazy person. Like Rockefeller, great example. Have you dived into the history of Rockefeller? Had all these sons. He literally, according to the the reports and the writings, he literally stole from his sons all the time. And the reason why he stole from his sons is he said he wanted to make them sharp. He wanted to make sure that they are cunning. And he is quoted as something saying to the effect of, I lie and steal from my sons so that they understand how to build business. And so what he did is
Fascinating.
he created a model for his sons of this is how you win the world. You lie, you cheat, you steal.
You also teach them to see it coming.
Crazy businessmen come up with these crazy ideas.
Okay,
and-
is that a good way or a bad way?
well,
It's effective.
it's effective. I mean, Steve Jobs has a quote around, right? That's the crazy ones that are the ones that are going to change the world. And I think I'm sitting with a crazy one right now. His name is Matt Kim, host of the Matt Kim podcast.
No, they said that I'm like honest and genuine.
You are honest.
That's what
and
it said
genuine.
in there.
It said honest and
And
genuine.
provocative.
But at the same
Provocative.
time, you are doing something, sir, if I may, in all your humility, you are doing something that most people would not do. Let us remind ourselves of the humble beginnings in which Matt began. Matt is a humble but very hardworking and successful entrepreneur and operator and businessman. He has no right, nor reason, nor purpose to jump into the political and social commentary game, which in most cases ruins people and destroys their livelihoods, especially in this highly censored environment and atmosphere that we live in. It is of no value to you to have all of this hatred, vitriol, and we've gone through some moments where people are talking lots of shit, right?
Love it.
Love it,
Love it.
love it.
Love it.
Like, no one in their right mind wakes up in the morning and says, what a beautiful day. Let's choose violence. Let's choose violence, and let me post up contentious stuff with contentious people so that I can get shit mobbed all day. Like, nobody does this, friends.
Amazing. It's so exciting. So much fun.
But see, this is the journey that we're on.
Is that the crazy
And
part?
so this is the perspective
The
that I have.
masochist part of it?
This is the perspective I have. I'm sitting with the crazy guy, and crazy is not a bad thing.
Well, I think people that are crazy don't realize they're crazy. It's normal. No idea.
Have you normalized this?
It never occurred to me that what I'm doing is weird or
so
different.
just let me give you a stark example of what just happened just this week. So I wake up in the morning, do my routine. I'm doing some stuff, and my wife comes to me and she said, "Oh, did you know where Matt's going?" And I'm just like, "Man, I never know where that brother's going." And she's like, "He's going to this place, and he's got this one-way ticket." Like, I don't even know about these things, guys. So this is these if you just look at it from this objective standpoint, like, someone sitting in my particular position could look at this. This is crazy. He doesn't tell nobody where he's going. He just drops these little hints. I see him on a plane, then I see him in a field, and then I see him in a podcast. Like, I don't even know. Like, there's a method to the madness. There's a method to the insanity, and frankly, none of you guys are part of it.
Everyone's a part of it.
Everyone's a part of it.
Everyone's welcome on the journey. Thinking of kind of the crazy, I just did an interview yesterday also in Washington, D.C. with a person named Christina Bob. Christina Bob is right now working for election integrity for the RNC. She used to be she was a former Marine Corps JAG attorney for many years.
Oh, she's hardcore.
Hardcore.
You're JAG, yeah.
Yeah, she's hardcore. And then she was a Trump attorney at some point. And after 2020 election, she wrote a book called Why or How 2020 election was stolen and how to prevent or something like that.
What's her name again?
Christina Bob.
Christina Bob.
Yes.
So,
And she's awesome. And after she was a reporter for OAN also, so she would go to Arizona, report on what's going on with the election, all of this stuff. And they indicted her. She has 9 federal indictments.
she has 9 federal indictments?
9 federal indictments in Arizona.
I gotta look her up because Trump has a tendency to hire attorneys and lawyers who are generally
Pretty. She's pretty.
yeah. I mean, they're not bad on the eyes.
No. Very smart and
So
pretty.
why is she getting indicted?
Because they said that she was trying to flip electorates, but she wasn't even in the state at the time.
You gotta love it when their Twitter is their mugshot.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're like,
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, and they've been trying to get her to flip. She's like, I'm never gonna flip. That's just not what I did, because she's like Jack.
Yeah.
She's hardcore.
Well,
She's just gonna go down with the ship. She don't care.
understands the mission.
Yeah, awesome. But yeah, she just did and said what she thought was the right thing to do, and they indicted her.
So what did you guys specifically talk about? The upcoming trial or the election? What
We talked
are
mostly
her,
election.
what are her
integrity,
thoughts on it?
2020, 2024. You gotta wait and watch the episode.
We're definitely going to watch the episode, but let's talk about election integrity, because time is ticking. We're getting closer.
Yes.
We're not far away from this
Nope.
election.
Nope.
And we had a conversation before we got on podcast about election
Yes.
integrity and the riggedness of it all. So what's her thoughts? She's part of election integrity, but at the same time, she also has to concede that there's a lot of shady stuff going on.
They are trying. The more people, if you are concerned about this, the reality is you just have to volunteer. They need more boots on the ground. You have to get involved in the process. You have to join your local election board or become an election watcher or a poll watcher, whatever it is. That's the only thing that's going to prevent it, because they can pass as many laws as they want to prevent certain things from happening. But if there's no one there to see whether or not laws are broken, then it means nothing.
Are you saying there should be more volunteers at the election booths and the counting and all that
Yes,
stuff,
all of it.
so that a water main break won't
Yes.
force everybody out?
The Democrats are winning the poll watching and the election part. I think as far as physical people, like 3-1.
And that's actually the smart thing to do. Go to where it's getting done.
Yeah.
Right.
They have like 3-1 more people. So the right needs to just send more people. It's supposed to be 1-1, by the way. They have to allow up to 1-1.
Is it by law?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But not enough people are registering versus the other side.
So the law, the ratio that the law states doesn't have enough teeth to make it real, because there's a 3-1 ratio or whatever you're saying.
But if you showed up and be like, hey, the ratio is 3-1, you have to let me in. They have to let you in.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we saw so many videos of them not letting people in before.
Which is why you got to figure it out now.
Dang. I mean, I do not envy her. She has a tough job.
Not easy.
I think it would be ridiculously frustrating
Yes.
to be in that position, considering probably the amount of inbound of bad stuff that's happening that she's probably trying to obviously offset,
You
right?
just gotta get out there and get involved. I think that's really the takeaway. That if you're concerned about the election, you're concerned about election integrity, there are a million ways to get involved. Just go get involved.
I'm seeing a lot of people talk about that one line, which is just go and vote,
Yeah.
right? Your close friend now, Ryan. What's his name? Ryan.
Sean Ryan.
Sean Ryan. I watch his stuff, and some of his last podcasts, he just comes out with it. It's like, dude, we just gotta vote.
You gotta vote.
Just gotta vote.
It's not enough that you go vote yourself. You have to take 1, 2, 3, 4 people with you to go
Yeah,
vote.
he said that too. Yeah.
You just gotta vote, and you gotta vote in masses, because it has to be too big to rig. That's just the bottom line.
So, knowing that you have a pretty large constituency in Georgia and globally, for that matter, what are some of your ideas around helping support voter turnout as we get closer to the election? Are you going to do something? Are you going to?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you my idea. Let me know what you think about this idea.
Okay, is this the world first? Is this the world reveal?
On election day, I am gonna be live on Instagram.
Okay.
And basically, if you are at the, I think I'm gonna get maybe a couple other people to join in on the live with me. And if you are at the polling location and you vote, you can call into Instagram and you can join the stream.
Oh.
So people can join in from wherever they are
And get
in the country and get their views and get feedback and talk to people, etc. And we'll have a big audience there. So it incentivizes and gamifies the voting.
I like that idea.
That'd be fun.
I'm almost wondering.
We're gonna do it all day.
I'm almost wondering if you should also have it where people who are before they vote, like standing in line, they could join and say, "Hey, this is what Michigan looks like, or this is what Pennsylvania
We'll
looks
do
like."
all of it. Or go vote and then go walk the line.
I like it. I can. You know what I think would also be fun for you is for you to also interview post. You know how they have the post poll. They walk out of the poll and it's like, "Hey, who'd you vote for?" Stuff. I think you'd be.
We'll see what the weather's like. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go vote in the morning and maybe it's cold.
I could totally
Maybe
see
it's
you.
a little rainy.
I could totally see
You know, but we'll just shame people that don't show up. Shame people that don't go.
So they're just gonna watch your stream and be like, "Oh,
Yeah. Like, get off your ass. If you haven't gone, go right now. But if we have it running the whole entire day, we'll just say it over and again. Why are you watching? You haven't even voted yet. Go vote.
So I wanted to close a quick loop here from your previous guest that you went up and talked to about food and all that stuff. Because of, I think it's more for me. Out of all the stuff that you guys talked about, what are you thinking about changing in terms of your diet or your consumption? Because
Added sugars,
okay,
enriched flours, and seed oils.
okay. So you're getting rid of those. So
Yes.
we've already done most of that in our household. Okay,
Yeah, it's a must.
it's killing you guys.
It's really bad.
It's truly killing us.
And he says, like almost every single chronic disease or condition that people have, it all attributes to it. Clean that up. It's about 3 months, 6 months, get it out of your system, and you'll actually be pretty good.
So one loop I also wanted to close.
And he has a book that gives over like exact foods, brands, etc.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely worth checking
we
out.
should buy that.
Yes.
We should buy that. One loop I also wanted to close is something that we talked about. We talked about in terms of all of these influencers that are getting paid by Russia or whoever. APAC, like there's money sloshing around everywhere. So I know that you did some research. I know that you went deeper into the documentation. Did you find anything there that changed your perspective on these influencers who are getting paid lots of money from different organizations around there? Because I know there's a lot of chatter still happening on social around this and kind of trying to wait for the second shoe to drop because it doesn't seem like these influencers are being immediately affected. There's not like a mass cancellation of like, oh no, Tim Pool, he said this. So, did you just hear he lost like all these, supporters and he lost all of these sponsors? Not happening.
No,
So-
that's not the plan.
Ooh, Matt's giving me his confident stare of I already know what I'm going to talk about. Peter, shut up.
Yeah, the plan is to create a honeypot, get into it. You link to Russia because you say it's foreign interference. And now because of FISA 702, you can do the 6-point hop, which means Lauren was talking to Russia, and Lauren was talking to Tim Pool, and Tim Pool was talking to somebody else, and that person was talking to somebody else. And because of this one connection between Lauren and Russia, they can check all the communications of everyone involved in that loop. Up
It's
to
like a RICO case.
Yeah, up to 6 degrees of separation. So because of that one, they're able to basically get the communications, Discord, your web search history, your emails on entire conservative media.
That is
And they can do it legally, meaning if Kamala wins, they will take all that information. Like, oh yeah, you were pushing misinformation. You guys were talking and knowingly pushed this idea when you knew it was fake. They're going to be looking for all that proof. And if Kamala wins, a lot of conservatives are going to jail.
really.
I think so.
Well, you're touching on something that I was going to bring up, but it's apropos and germane now, which is I have seen videos of Kamala saying very dictatorial, very, fascist-esque, very command and control, top down, like we need to shut Elon down. We need to shut down these people. It needs to be legislation and rules and regulations over what people say. Like, I don't know if people are reading or actually listening to what she says, but if you remove the human from it and you just extract the language and you write it down, it's like horrible what she's saying. She's saying, I'm going to come get you if you don't say the right thing.
But that's why she cackles. So that you notice the cackle and you overlook the words. I think it's I think the cackle is intentional, actually.
But you think so?
Yeah.
Who was it? There was someone that was talking with there's someone who was talking about how he believes that Kamala is ridiculous. Brett Weinstein. You've heard of Brett Weinstein. He was talking on one podcast saying that I think he basically was saying that everybody has Kamala wrong. He was saying that she is 5D chess.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
She's like a
5D?
She's
not
like
even 4D? 5D?
Grand wizard.
Like not only up, down, left, right, but through space and time. 5D? Are you telling me that Kamala Harris can penetrate space and time
She
and jump relativity?
yes.
No.
Yes,
Bro,
she's
bro.
actually a time traveler.
Bro.
She's actually a time traveler.
She was just that 4D.
I'm telling you. Brett, hey, I'm not. I saw this thing. He was saying that we need to give her more credit because she actually knows what she's doing. And there, like with everything going on, Matt, it's so hard to tell what's real anyway. And so
True.
So I have to wonder. I have to wonder. Do you think if she were to be elected, that she would really go like comrade, like, Matt, you were part of this. You've said some crazy stuff. We got to take you out. I mean, you are in this web, Matt. Like, you're only 1 degree separated from Tim Pool. It's called he's got a bigger number. That's all. Something different, right? You're 1 degree separated from.
Well, no. Because I've never had these conversations of, hey, maybe we should do this because they're paying us, or maybe we should say this, or maybe we should promote this. I haven't had any of these conversations that can get these guys in trouble. I've said things.
You have met with so many people. You went to Romania.
You can go. You can go.
You have Matt, you can't be this naive.
What? I'm not like a Romania?
You have rubbed shoulders with people who are not part of the Matrix, bro.
Rub them. No problem. No problem.
When I snap my fingers, you're going to stop thinking you're gay. Dude, you've rubbed shoulders with these guys. Does this not concern you at some level?
No.
Why?
Because I know I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't had sketchy conversations. I haven't taken money. I haven't initiated weird things. I've never spread things knowingly that it's a lie. But I haven't done anything. If they come after me, then there'd be no proof to back anything up that I've done anything nefarious. Because I haven't. My conscience is so clear, I don't have to worry.
Matt.
It's the people that know they've done things, that they've sold out, or they've taken the money, or that they've promoted ideas, knowing damn well it's not true. These guys are the ones that are nervous. I have nothing to fear.
And that is why when they come for you, Matt, you're going to be so fucking...
And when they come for me, I'm like, Peter made me do it. Peter, he told me.
I did. I told him. It was all me. It was all me. But
and then Peter's be like, it was Will.
It was the engineer. It was the engineer over there. No, I'm just saying. I just feel I'm here, on the other side of the table, and I just don't think that argument holds up well. And I think that type of logic and thinking is probably what many of these guys thought.
I think and
that's what's going to make the when they come for you, it's going to be that much more painful because you're like, there's nothing I've done. You guys are. This is a witch hunt. But that's why it's suffering.
Usually, people that say I've done nothing wrong, this is a witch hunt, did at least a little bit of something wrong.
Fair enough.
Yes.
But you're saying right now, preemptively, I've done nothing wrong.
I've done nothing wrong.
When the episode drops and he and I are talking, and the conversation is going to be like, can you guys believe what happened? This ABC, producer, NBC, they did this thing, and they said that I can't talk, and they're getting there. And I'm going to look, I'm going to look at you. Bro, I told you.
I live my life as though they read every single thing in my phone.
Mm-hmm. So you've mentally assented to that reality.
Oh, yes, 100%. I'm fully aware that anytime I type something in my phone, that it is being logged, can be recorded, and can be used against me in the future. I live my life that way. So there will never be anything incriminating in there because I'm fully cognizant to the fact that they could record everything. And I think if you do that, you don't put anything in your phone because everyone thinks that their phone is private and safe, but it's adamantly not true. Actually, it's just a tool. And in what world is your tool safe? Right? I think that's something that...
You get my text message? Hey, NSA, it's true. Whatever I just texted to Matt right there.
I don't have my daughter's picture up there. But yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, I was going to.
So, you've had some great conversations. We've got a couple of great episodes coming out.
Yes.
Check those out. What's coming up soon? I know that you...
I don't know what you're talking about, by the way. I don't know why you got this cheesy grin on your face.
I don't know. What are you gonna talk about, man?
I don't know.
What are you gonna talk about, man? What are you gonna talk about, man? What are you gonna say? People are waiting. They're on pins and needles, bro. What are you gonna say? What's coming up?
I believe I'm going to Vegas in a couple days. That's not what you thought, huh?
Well, I didn't want to blow up your spot. I mean, that's the Vegas opportunity is, to reduce your gayness.
Peter is so mad about last week.
Dude, I got DMs.
He can't let it go.
I got DMs. People were making fun of me, dude. I never get DMs of somebody like, dude, are you really gay? It's like, bro, why? Would I ever have thought in a million years that I'd wake up, open a DM with a DM that says, "Are you really gay?" It's like
Eggplant.
like, bro, you've been watching that Matt Kim shit too much.
There's nothing wrong with that. Why are you being homophobic?
Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa, guys.
But I am going to Vegas in a couple of days. I'm pretty sure I'm going. I'm like 90% sure. Actually, by the time this goes up, I may be actually flying in the air. So while you are watching this or listening to this, I may be flying over your head.
Pray for him as he flies over your head.
But I'm going to go, I believe I'm going to go do a episode on the Hodge Twins podcast.
Yes, I like those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys are like so raunchy, but they're both married, right?
Yeah.
They're married for a long time.
I watched them before they did political commentary.
Yeah.
When they were just like fitness bros.
Yep.
And I used to watch them, and I used to watch Bro Science.
They also went through a crypto phase. Do you remember that?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, they kind of hide it, but
really?
They went through like a year and a half.
Was it like 2016, 2017?
About
18?
17, 18, yeah.
They
went through this like crypto bro phase, and
Okay.
they realized like actually this shit is really hard, and you kind of don't want to do it. So, yeah. So I've loved their evolution. The fact that they're twins makes me feel really cool. Feel really great that they've been able to figure out.
I should prepare some twins questions before I go.
I can provide you many twins questions
Why?
because I know a lot about twins.
How do you know a lot about twins?
I don't know. I know a guy, but I find it to be really. For me, when twins work together, I find that to be like just really special, because I don't think many people understand that twins have superpowers. They really do. They really do.
If I hit you on the right side of your face, will
Will
your
your-
twin feel it?
Maybe
Could you
Maybe.
try?
you could try on him. You could try on him.
Wait a
Punch
second.
him in the face.
If you are gay, is your twin also gay?
Yes, that's how it works. It starts in the womb.
Is that how it
no.
works?
No, like when I've talked to a lot of twins, I'm a twin myself. That's what he's alluding to. And there is magic in twins working together. It is it is an immeasurable compounded effect. If you can have two twins who can put all of their energies together with all of that historical, life experience coming in, there are aesthetics and nuances in which your twin, if you have one and you work together in business, you guys can exponentially blow the fuck up. And so whenever I look at other twins who've become successful, there is a small, I'll be honest, and a little bit, little concession here. There is a small amount of like, damn it.
Outside of the Full House twins, can you name any famous successful twins? Well,
let's see. Other than those Full House twins,
the Full House twins crushed it.
they did, but they also.
They're sitting pretty
Do you know why?
because they're really rich as twins.
Do you remember Bob Saget, right?
Yeah, he was doing them both.
He was the most degenerate human.
He wasn't doing. They were young. This is disgusting, dude. I know that they turned out really
Dude.
liberal, really woke, and they had their own weird thing going on.
They shut
But-
all social down for over a decade, dude. They went off the limelight because things were getting too hot.
But they had like clothing lines and all this stuff, I believe.
Yeah, but when
Right?
when you're
I think so. I think they were all up in Target.
so here's a story that I grew up on Shirley Temple. Do you know who Shirley Temple is?
The redheaded curls.
The redheaded little girl in black and white films back in the day. Shirley Temple, super cute little boobop, kind of like same time as Betty Boop. Do you remember Betty Boop?
Yeah, there was a lot of pedo references in her
Bro,
series. Yeah.
she was broken. If you go down the line of Shirley Temple, you will see things and hear things that you can't unsee. Let's move to fast forward Full House when we were raised. Same. That's why they're not in the limelight, because they've been too scarred. They've seen too much. Dude, come on, man. The music and the entertainment industry is Satan. Period. Full stop. You know this.
I don't like to think about this stuff anymore.
I know. Pizza and hot dogs. It's all terrible.
Yeah, who wants pizza?
We should go get some pizza after this. Dude, what the fuck? Were you gonna say something?
What do you say after like?
We were talking about successful twins. I'll tell you this: all of the twins that I've met, they've either crushed it in life or they became complete wastes of life.
But
I've rarely
Can you look up any like successful twins? Will,
in my experience, like when I say personal experience, I've met these people or grew up with them. It's always been one of the maybe it's just the people I hang out with, but I've rarely met twins who are mediocre. They're either like fucking crushing it, or they completely gave up on life and they're like just drug abusers. And there seems to be only no middle ground. And if there is a middle ground, it ends up like The Rock, right? Because he's got a twin, right?
what?
The
The Rock has a twin?
I don't know, but a lot of people have twins.
Yeah.
It's
So-
crazy.
So
Okay, give me a quick list.
the middle ground is
Ashton
one twin.
Kutcher
Has a twin?
has a twin.
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher's his twin. That's what I was about to say.
Rami Malek.
So
Rami Malek.
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 Yeah.
So the middle ground is there's one twin that crushes it and the other twin that's just useless.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yep.
Has a twin?
Yep.
Yeah, she's a twin. Her other twin's useless.
Let's see.
You didn't know that all these people had twins?
No?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tia Mowry. Tia and whatever.
Oh yeah, they were
The
pedo
Black
too.
Chicks had a bunch of shows, TV shows also.
Oh,
got-
is that the Raven girl? Who is Raven or whatever?
I think it was that show. I don't know. They all got
Yeah.
diddied.
Yeah.
Who else?
Let's see.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, Rondé and Tiki Barber.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, running back and
Yeah, okay. All right.
defensive back.
So, anyway,
So
I think if you're a twin
like
out
Jeff
there,
Bezos doesn't have a twin. Bill Gates doesn't have a twin. George Soros doesn't have
if
a
you're
twin.
listening out there and you have a twin and your twin is in the same industry and market that you are, you should need to call up your twin and you need to tell them right now that y'all should build a business
Are you
together.
talking to yourself?
What?
Are you talking to yourself?
No, I tried that and we failed. So that's the other thing. When you fail, you want to kill each other. So don't do that. Don't fail.
We will do
Don't fail. Be like the Hodge twins. They figured it out. And I think the reason they figured it out is because they went into business together after they were married. So they were already like, they had that unnecessary competitive spirit between twins has been removed because they're both married. Like it's a small aesthetic nuance, but it carries so much weight. You know, once my brother and I got married, things dynamically changed. You're no longer each other's best friend. Like that is a huge.
Oh, that just made me really
switch.
sad.
It's true. You grew up in the womb together. You grew up elementary.
Well, I think we need the music, bro. Where are you with this?
No, he's off. He hasn't
I
done the
know.
music in like ages, man.
He's worried about the list of twins. There you go.
Yeah. Once the twin gets married, the other twin has to go. Once one twin gets married, the other twin has to go through a grieving period. There is a blood energy connection there that is immeasurable. That happens. I've talked to so many twins. The same thing. They're like, "Fuck, dude." When she got married or he got married, it was like, "Where the fuck do I go?"
I think Peter needs a twin hug.
No, I'm good. I just need a big schlong
What?
in my face. What a day!
What a day.
What a day!
What a day. What a day. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Oh,
What we're talking about is ways to successfully improve your life. And one of the ways that you can successfully improve your life is go find someone that you like, go give them a hug, give them some encouragement, tell them that you love them, tell them that they're doing a good job. I promise you, if you do that today, you'll change someone's life, especially if you talk to a guy. Because most guys never receive any encouragement. Frankly, it's one of the things that most guys will never hear in their lifetime is encouragement. Because once guys get out of their house, especially if they have had a father, then after that the encouragement dwindles exceptionally fast. Let's be honest. The moment you leave your family as a man, you move into the depression cone of the The spiraling cone of depression.
I can say that. I think that there are people that need that, look for it, want it more.
They
than
need
others.
it. Everybody needs it. Everybody
give a
needs
fuck.
encouragement. You need encouragement. If your wife never gave you a good piece of
Doesn't
loving,
bother me one bit.
get the fuck out
I'm
of
okay
here.
with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Does she never goes to you and be like, "Oh, Matthew, you look just looking so sexy today."
Eh.
Is
Like
she,
she may not. I don't know. I don't notice because I'm not thinking about it.
really?
Yeah, I'm not really.
Let me ask you this:
I'm not a huge validation guy.
fair. Validation's a different. Words of encouragement is where I was focused
Okay.
on. Not validation is a.
Okay. Well, it's
Different issue.
It's the same. Confirmation bias.
Does your daughter need validation?
Of course, she's a kid.
No, she needs encouragement.
Okay.
She has nothing to validate against.
Yes, she does. She's a baby.
That's right. She has nothing to validate against. But let me put it a different way. Do you encourage your daughter all the time?
Of course.
Do you think that has positive impact in her life?
Of course.
Do you think that you should stop when she becomes adult?
No.
So who stopped on you?
Do I think that it'd be better if she didn't rely on that or need that or want that, and that she'd be able to be successful with or without it? Yeah, I think it's better.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing that is words of encouragement important,
Yes,
valuable
they
in
are
people's lives. There we go.
They are important.
But not to Matt because he doesn't care.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You're doing a good job, Peter.
Thank you. I mean, I if I were to be intellectually honest here, I think I thrive on the fact that people don't, because then it's like, good, you didn't say anything, which is why you get no piece of the action. I'm kind of shifty like that. It's like if you don't like, you actually brought up something right here. You know what I hate? I hate dick riders.
Okay.
Guys who don't lift a fucking finger when you're building. It's only when you become successful when they show up and say, "Oh man, it looks like you've been growing. It looks like you've been doing a good job." It's like, motherfucker, where were you when it actually mattered, right? And I have had to pull back on so many posts that I didn't post because it was exactly that. It was just like, fuck you, like you weren't there when it mattered, like you weren't there when the struggle. But now that I finally made it through the gray, I made it through hell, I made it through the grind. Now you're gonna show up like that. Like, I'm not a violent man, but if I could get away with punching people in the neck, that's what I would do to some of those people. It's just like, bro, like, don't dick ride when you weren't there when it mattered. You know what I'm saying?
Entrepreneurship, being in business for yourself, being your own independent man, it's a lonely road.
It has to be.
It is.
That's exactly
And I
the
think
calling.
for me, like, I'm totally okay with that. I think I've accepted that a long time ago. So I don't look for validation. I don't look for encouragement. I don't look for any, like, dude, at the end of the day, you just got to figure it out. And I think I'm okay with that. I think that's just different.
You have to be.
Of course.
But I will say this, Matt, you're doing a good job.
Oh, thank you. That did feel good. I take it all back. I'm feeling warm inside.
Good.
Yeah, amazing.
Good. Let's go drink.
No.
Just kidding. You don't drink. You don't drink. I know.
I haven't had a drink in 5 years.
Good job.
Maybe longer. Has it been longer, Will?
Probably a bit longer.
It feels like it.
It feels longer. It's been so long that I
Yeah.
lost count of how long
You
it's been.
You weren't drinking in 2016, 17, were you?
I
He
was.
He was.
Were you?
He definitely was.
Yeah.
I
I
was
think
there.
I quit in 2018,
18-ish.
19, in that
Yeah.
range. Yeah,
And
right around 5
that,
years.
That makes sense because I feel like we had a conversation in your old office in 18 where you were like, I'm done drinking or something like
Yeah.
this.
It's been like 5 or 6 years, right around that, right on that range.
All right. For all of those of you who have also chosen a similar lifestyle, you're doing well. Keep up. You don't need to add the alcohol into your life.
I've also cut out seed oils. Although I totally lied. I just ate French fries and a burrito.
You did. You were crushing that thing.
She was delicious. Mexican food's amazing.
Can't be mad at the empanadas.
Next week, we'll have an idea of what we're talking about. This week, have a good week, everybody.